Let me try to knock out another video during this Christmas break. Um, I had a conversation with a group of friends whom I grew up with the other night, and something, you know, really stuck out to me, and it was and I have identified this as one of the systemic problems within the black community, especially among black men, and and I and it's basically summed up with the deflectionary term. Well, that's what, and I quote, that's what niggas do. And the whole premise of the conversation started because we were discussing, you know, infidelity within relationships, specifically black relationships, and to be more specific, um, black women cheating on black men, and the responsibility of the quote unquote side nigga in his hand that he has in all of this. And what I found is that a lot of black men will exonerate the quote unquote side nigga from any responsibility. You know, it the couple could be married with children or have children together and trying working towards marriage or whatever the case may be. The couple could be, you know, really going towards some building some foundation to a relationship, and the side nigga can come in and completely obliterate that and destroy that. And there is, in the common perception from other men within the community, is the onus is not on the man who came in and completely wrecked shop. I mean, am I just, not trying to hold the woman accountable at all for her actions that she, and her part in all of this? Of course not. She's an adult. She, has a, for the most part, for argument's sake, a rational thinking mind. But by no means should we let the man off the hook. And what I was telling a friend of mine, and mind you, this specific friend is married, just got married this summer. And I asked him, I said, bro, you've been with your girl for what, 3, 4, 5 years now, and y'all just got married. So y'all are married. Y'all are planning to spend the rest of your lives together, right? Let's say she goes out, has drinks, at a bar somewhere, in a like a old Pop said in Vampire in Brooklyn. Some suave motherfucker. Let's say some suave motherfucker approaches her in the bar, sees that she got the ring on her finger. It is known to this gentleman that she is married. This gentleman then proceeds to pursue her and put this bitch to the proverbial sword. You find out about it. The relationship has been extremely compromised, to say the least. Are you just gonna sit there and say, well, I can't be mad at him because, that's what niggas do? Scun boy, no, you are not. You are gonna be looking for this man to square up with him and confront him. And I told this gentleman, I said, if what niggas do is detrimental to the fundamental foundation of said community, if his actions are detrimental to that, then I have a severe problem with what said nigga does. Because within the black community, if you give passes to, you know, degenerate behavior like this, to the point where this degenerate behavior becomes the norm, well then the very foundations of which that community is built upon will be eroded and eventually will collapse. And within every single community on this planet, the fundamental foundation of said community is the nuclear family. you start fucking with the structure of the nuclear family, you will effectively destroy that community. And what really disappointed me about this whole thing is that a lot of these gentlemen grew up in the suburbs around other groups of people, mainly white people, and we have been in close proximity with other groups of people to see how they operate and how they get down. And some people have been out here since some people, some of my friends, some of my black friends were literally born and raised out here in the suburbs. And some of my black friends moved out here in elementary, middle school, or high school, or whatever the case may be. But regardless of the fact, they were in close proximity to see how other groups operated, and you do not see this whole "that's what niggas do" attitude in the white community. They don't say, well, hey, charge that shit to the game, bro, because that's what whitey do. No, they don't do that shit. Even back in high school, when it was white couples who seriously dated and whatnot, if another person broke God code or whatnot, it was severe consequences. Like, not only did he have to get into a physical altercation with the man whom he broke God code with, he was to some extent ostracized and put on notice, with the other guys in the school. And one of the main, problems with the nuclear family, as I see it today, especially amongst this generation, this current generation, my generation, and a generation that's just coming into their own and whatnot, is that there is this side dude, side chick culture going on, and it's being you know fetishized and glorified to be a quote unquote side nigga or side bitch. And, unbeknownst to the participants, in this particular practice within the culture, that completely erodes the very fundamental foundation that we need to establish a strong culture. And this shit is going unchecked, and it is propagated through music and a host of other media outlets and whatnot. You know, social media and all this. You see the memes, you see this shit all the time. But everybody wants to you know give out passes until somebody come shit on their front porch and shit, and then no, then it's different. No, see, my nigga, no, see, I mean, I feel you what you was saying about that situation, but see, my situation is different because I really love that girl. I get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't be, and for another metaphor, you can't be giving passes to the D boys and the gangbangers on the block that's running around slinging dope and shooting up shit. When it's not one of your relatives that's getting shot up or falling victim to the shit. But then as soon as one of your relatives, friends, or loved ones falls victim to the shit, now you want to sit up here and be the champion against it. It's like, no, you got to take a stance either way. You can't straddle the fence on this. We need to hold brothers accountable. I heard a video earlier today talking about the bro code and whatnot. You know, everybody. I don't know what it is. It's just people think they get brownie points and cool points for going in and fucking up somebody else's family. But that shit ain't cool, man. And what I was saying to him, was I can see. I definitely can see it. Back in the day, back in my late teens, early 20s, I had great disdain for black folks who tried to distance themselves to the majority of black folks, the common black person and whatnot. And I coin them or pin them in as Uncle Toms and whatnot. But as I'm getting older, I don't necessarily agree with that strategy and whatnot. But I can definitely see the rationale behind it, because that's what nigga, if we're living by the phrase "that's what niggas do," and you necessarily don't want to live by, well, that's what niggas do, well, ultimately you're gonna have to separate yourself from niggas, because ultimately you're gonna run into a situation where that's what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why, quote unquote Uncle Tom's, or whatever the case may be, why they try to separate themselves from black folks, because it's a lot of behaviors that are detrimental to the very fabric of our existence, and we give so many passes. But yeah, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to knock out a couple of more videos. If not, it's my it's my first go at it. I'm new at this making videos thing. I've been an observer on YouTube since like '07, '08, but just started making videos in 2016 and whatnot. So I'm trying to find my own voice. I'm trying to create my own lane, and come with my own style and own originality. But I do borrow little tidbits and pieces from here and there from people whom I admire their intellect and whatnot. But yeah, stay tuned, man. I'm coming with some more videos.